and respectful welcome to all our dignitaries, Honorable Chief Guest Professor Anand Srivastava, Vice Chancellor NSUT, Honorable Patron Professor R.K. Sharma, Director NSUT East Campus, Honorable Guest of Honor Professor B.V. Raman Reddy, Director NIT Kurukshetra, Dr. Suresh Kumar, Editor and General Chair, Co-patron Professor Vishal Bhatnagar, Head of Department Computer Science, Professor Nanne Singh, Organizing Chair, Dr. R.S. Rao, Program Chair, Mr. Arvind Kumar, Program Chair, and Mr. Nitish Singh, Founder Campus X. Esteemed professors, distinguished guests, researchers, industry leaders, participants, and delegates who have joined us for ICAAI 2025. Once again, a very warm welcome to each and everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, this marks the very first international conference at NSUT East Campus organized under the guidance of Dr. Suresh Kumar, Associate Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering and the General Chair of this conference. It is our pleasure to share that the peer reviewed and selected papers of this conference will be published as proceedings in Springer's renowned lecture notes in electrical engineering series. For those joining us virtually, this conference is being live streamed and on the official YouTube channel of NSUT. Light represents knowledge, the power that drives away darkness and leads us towards wisdom. As Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said, learning gives creativity, creativity leads to thinking, thinking provides knowledge, and knowledge makes us great. With these inspiring words, let us mark the auspicious beginning of this conference with the traditional lamp lighting ceremony signifying the triumph of knowledge over darkness. May I request our esteemed dignitaries on the dais to kindly come forward for the lamp lighting. या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रकृतिः देवै सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसार परमा Thank you to all our dignitaries. May I now humbly request all to join us as we begin the felicitation ceremony to honor the distinguished dignitaries gracing this occasion. I invite respected Director Sir Professor R.K. Sharma to please come forward and felicitate Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Anand Srivastava. Also, I request Dr. Suresh Kumar Sir, General Chair, to please join and felicitate. Thank you, sir. I invite the General Chair, Dr. Suresh Kumar, sir, to felicitate the guest of honor, Professor B.V. Raman Reddy, sir. Thank you, sir. I invite organizing chair, Professor Nanne Singh, sir, to felicitate our guest, Mr. Nitish, founder, Campus X. I now invite the head of Department Computer Science, Professor Vishal Bhatnagar, sir, to please felicitate our Honorable Director, Professor R.K. Sharma. Thank you, sir. I invite the program chair, Dr. R.S. Raw, sir, to please felicitate editor and general chair, Dr. Suresh Kumar, sir. Thank you, sir. Moving ahead, I now take the privilege of introducing the driving force behind this conference, Dr. Suresh Kumar sir, whose leadership and dedication have been instrumental in organizing this conference. Dr. Suresh Kumar sir has been working as an associate professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, NSUT East Campus, since 2007. Sir has developed the first chatbot for BTech admission cutoff inquiry of NSUT in 2023, and it is the very first chatbot developed by any government university in India. Sir has successfully completed two international consultancy projects. He has granted the first Indian patent in the Department of CSE NSUT East Campus titled Remote Voting Machines Systems in 2023. Sir has been awarded two Premier Research Awards and one Commendable Research Award on the occasion of third research and patent ceremony by Honorable Vice Chancellor NSUT Delhi for his outstanding research carried out in the academic year 2022-23. Sir has authored three textbooks titled Introduction to Big Data Technologies, Data Management with Willy Publisher in December 2023, and Machine Learning with Narosa Publisher in November 2024. Sir has published more than 70 research papers in international journals, conferences, and book chapters, including 10 SCI indexed high impact factor journal papers with NSUT affiliation. Sir has successfully guided three PhD scholars from GGSIPU, and five more PhD scholars are currently pursuing their research work under his guidance. His research area includes machine learning, information retrieval, and blockchain. May now I invite Dr. Suresh Kumar sir to kindly welcome the audience and share a brief overview of the conference. Please welcome sir on stage.
Thank you, Anushka. Good morning, everyone. Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Anand Srivastav, Vice Chancellor NSUT Delhi. Honorable Guest of Honor, Professor BVR Reddy Sir, Director NIT Kurukshetra. Our distinguished guest, Mr. Nitish, Founder President Campus X, Dr. R.K. Sharma, Director NSUT East Campus, and all esteemed keynote speakers, Professor Sanjay Malik, Department of USICT Group, Govind Singh IP University, Delhi, Professor Dharmender Ji, Chairperson Department of AI and ML Guru Jambheswar University, Hisar, Professor Harish Rohil, Chairperson and Dean of Faculty of Science and Engineering, CDLU, Sirsa, Professor Shalendra Kumar, DTU, Delhi, Head of Department of NSUT East Campus Department of Physics, Professor Vinod, Professor Yadvanshi Ji, Professor Rajkumar from MD University, Rohtak, Organizing Chair of this conference, Professor Nanne Singh Ji, Program Chair, Dr. R.S. Rao Ji, Arvind Ji, HOD CSC, HOD EC, and all respected participants, authors, supporting staff, security staff, administrative staff, media personnel, and dear students. It's a matter of immense pleasure to welcome you all on the auspicious occasion of the inaugural ceremony of First International Conference on Application of AI in Computational Intelligence and Communication Technologies. Being a technological university, we are committed to foster innovation, critical thinking, creativity in our students. Today, we gather here to share knowledge, impart innovative research being done in the field of AI. And the theme of our conference is very much relevant to today's fast-paced technology landscape, that is AI. First of all, I would like to extend my gratitude to all the guests, keynote speakers, session chairs, researchers, participants, organizers for making this conference possible. I would like to give whole credit of this conference to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Anand Srivastav. It's my privilege to share you all that Sir had joined this university in November 2023, just 2 years before. And Sir, I always remember the motivational words and the guidance you have given us in your very first meeting, which was held in NSUT East Campus. You share the vision of the university. You share your expectation from the faculty members. And at the same time, you advise all the faculty members to make a resolution in the beginning of the year and set a target. How many events we are going to organizing in this year, how many patents, how many projects, how many good quality publication, PhDs we are going to complete in the year. Sir, with your these motivational words, I set a target of myself. I will organize first FDP in 2024 and first international conference in 2025. And so last year we had organized first FDP of NSUT East Campus in your gracious presence and blessings. And I committed you on the day of inaugural of that FDP that we will organize in next year in November 2025 first international conference. And today we all are witness of it. I would like to request my students kindly replay those committed words. We have submitted our proposal for international conference to the Springer, and our proposal is in the advanced stage of approval. And hopefully, we will be able to organize the conference in November 2025. And we are a witness so far. It's only because of your motivation. Sir, we strongly believe in your 4P mantra. First P stands for projects. Second P for patents. Third P for the PhDs. And fourth P for the good quality publications. And sir, I'm happy to share you that in very short duration of your 2 years in this university, we became successful to complete 2 international consultancy projects. We are providing consultancy to the consultancy company of fully developed countries like Canada. And you will all be surprised to know that these projects are completed by our 4 BTech students of NSUT. In first, in first 2 projects, 2 students of NSUT East campus were recruited. One is Mr. Pujan and second is Naman. They both students are just completed their BTech in the August 2025. And I'm happy to share you that by getting the exposure on these projects, they got confidence and they are placed in very highly reputed company. Mr. Pujan placed in Amazon company with a package of 80 lakh. And he is attending this conference in the hybrid or online. Second is Mr. Naman. He was my backend developer. He is placed in Coinbase company with a package of 45 lakh. And second projects, we recruited 2 students from NSUT main campus. One is Mr. Prasan. He's here. He's here with us. Mr. Prasan acts as a backend developer, and he is in 7th semester in the Department of IT in NSUT main campus, and he already got placement in the Microsoft company with a package of 54 lakh. So I want a huge round of applause for Prasan. And the 4th student is Mr. Ajay. He is the student of 5th semester CSC at main campus. I think he is there, or he is attending online. So he is the student of 5th semester, and I hope he will also placed in very reputed company. He worked hard. He's a very hard-working student and very innovative thoughts. Sir, I strongly believe in a quote said by Ratan Tata. Ratan Tata used to say, if you want to go fast in life, then go alone. But if you want to go far in life, then go with team. And this conference is the real example of the teamwork. No doubt I'm the face of this conference, but behind the scene, Professor Nanne Singh ji, Program Chair Dr. R.S. Rao ji, Dr. Arvind ji, an entire faculty of my campus, all PhD scholar, all MTech scholar, even all supporting staff supported me a lot to make this event successful. Sir, in this conference, we have received 243 research papers from USA, London, Germany, Morocco, Ireland, Bangladesh, and almost all premier institutions of 15 states of India like Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Telangana, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, and Delhi. And after stringent review process of 6 months, we have selected best 30 paper to send to the Springer to publish in the lecture note series in electrical engineering, which is Scopus indexed. 144 reviewers worked in the review process. Each paper assigned at least 3 reviewer. As per the Springer condition, there is a condition to assign 1 paper to at least 2 author, but we have assigned 1 paper to three reviewers. I'm thankful to all those 144 reviewers who did this review process. Sir, in this conference, we have also invited foreign keynote speaker registration also. And I'm happy to share that 3 keynote speakers from USA, all are from USA, registered in this conference, and they will deliver keynote on tomorrow online here. One is Mr. Naveen Kumar from Cognizant Solution USA. Second is Mr. Ravi Jindal, AI and ML engineer from DocuSign Company of USA. Third is Sri Praveen Kumar Pal from Nokia America Corporation. And thanks to all those speakers who are agreed and registered in this conference, and they will deliver the talk. Sir, not only this, we have also invite application from the academician, industrialist to participate this conference without paper presentation. And I'm happy to share that we have registered, we have got 85 registration from Galgotia University, DTU, IP University, Coinbase Company, Amazon Company, Accelera Knowledge Solution, Maharaja Surajmal Institute, Kite Group of Institution, NSUT Main Campus, East Campus, Panipat Institute of Engineering and Technology, Tirantkar Mahavir University, Vivekanand Institute of Professional Sciences, Janakpuri. I'm extremely thankful to Ms. Kamya Khattar, who is senior editor of Springer, although she is not available today due to some urgent work at home, but she will deliver a keynote tomorrow. She has provided approval from the Springer. I am highly thankful to Ms. Kamya Khattar. I'm very much grateful to Professor Reddy sir to accept our invitation. Being a director of a national institute, sir has so many responsibilities, and Kurukshetra is also very far from Delhi. Sir, it shows the depth of love, affection, and your blessings. I also pay my sincere gratitude to Mr. Nitish, Director Campus X. Sir is an educational content creator on YouTube. Sir, you spared your valuable time and blessed this and graced this occasion. And thank you. Sir, before watching your YouTube videos, I never believe in YouTube. But I'm teaching machine learning and deep learning course to my BTech and MTech scholars. Many times I feel difficulty in understanding how convolutional neural network work behind the scene, how recurrent neural network work behind the scene. Then my daughter suggested me, she was preparing NEET UG, ki Papa, refer YouTube. Then I found your YouTube channels and it is so interesting and so knowledgeable. I recommend your YouTube channel to all our students. And many of you are already familiar with this YouTube channel. Many of the faculty of our campus are praising you. In the today morning, Aarti Jain praised you, Shobha Bhatt and the Vishal Gupta are discussing about your YouTube channel in front of our director, sir. I am also thankful to organizing chair, particularly Professor Nane Singh ji, Dr. R.S. Rao ji, Arvind ji, who has been working day and night with me for last 1 year. And I'm also thankful to my co-editor of this conference, Professor D.K. Lobial ji from JNU Delhi, and Professor Nihar Ranjan ji, who has been working with me since the conference planned in last year, 2024. Last but not the least, I am thankful to KKC System Consultancy Company, Edmonton, Canada, and Bhagatji Group of Companies, Palisanti, Greater Noida, and Campus X, who sponsored this conference. Without the support of these companies, I could not organize this event in this manner. Thank you all. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for briefing us about the conference. It is my honor to introduce and invite Professor R.K. Sharma, Honorable Director, NSUT East Campus, for his address. Let me take a moment to share his brief profile. Sir has been in academics since 1985 with nearly 40 years of rich experience in teaching, research, and administration. He has served in various positions from lecturer and professor to head of department, principal of AIACTR, and now director of NSUT East Campus since July 2025. With over 65 international research publication and international book, several book chapters and conference papers, he has made significant contributions to the field of electronics and communication engineering. He also serves as an associate editor of the IETE Journal of Education and is a reviewer for several reputed international journals. A dedicated academician, visionary leader, and mentor, Sir continues to inspire excellence and innovation in the academic community. Now, I humbly request Professor R.K. Sharma sir to kindly grace the stage and address the gathering with his inspiring words. Please welcome sir on stage.
Thank you for this beautiful introduction. Honorable and beloved Vice Chancellor, Anand Srivastava, Honorable Director, NIT Kurukshetra, Professor Reddy, Sri Nitish Kumarji, Dr. Suresh Kumarji, distinguished faculty members participating researchers, and dear students. I'm indeed privileged and honored to be addressing you for this international conference. It's a customary talk. I will not like to take much of your time. And I sincerely thank our VC Saab to have given us time and all the support that we needed for this conference. And I thank Professor Reddy Saab for having spared his time from the busy schedule. And Professor Reddy has been very instrumental in showering his love and direction to this institute and to all our faculty members since 2008. And we have been fortunate to have grown under his leadership and direction. Thank you very much for those. I also thank our team under the leadership of Dr. Suresh Punia. This kind of conference organization is not a small task. It just cannot happen overnight. I'm sure आपकी पूरी टीम ने बहुत शिद्दत से काम किया है इस पर. आपने जो बाहर के लोगों को इनवाइट किया, आपने श्रीनिधि जी को इनवाइट किया. I'm thankful that he also spared his time and came here. You know, I only hope that with this conference you get enough space for interaction with your outside speakers and researchers, and you create a space for collaboration and some future, research activities. I hope it not only helps breaks some ices, between some of the working research teams, but also it builds up a new space for our students to collaborate with you and with your team and to write some more new stories of success, like the way you have been doing with the things with Canada and all those things. So I just hope that our students that they get benefited with the interaction, and they also in the future programs they also take part in the conferences. So with these small words, I again thank our VC Saab, Professor Reddy, and Sri Nitish Kumar ji, and all the dignitaries. आप सभी का हृदय से आभार, धन्यवाद आपके यहाँ आने के लिए, आपके समय निकालने के लिए. सभी फैकल्टी को बहुत बहुत साधुवाद for organizing, helping this conference to come to this shape. And thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words and constant encouragement. Your vision continues to drive NSUT towards excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to have with us Mr. Nitish, founder Campus X. Before inviting him on stage, let me briefly introduce him. Mr. Nitish is a distinguished educator and the founder of Campus X, a leading learning platform in the field of data science. He is also a well-known educational content creator on YouTube with a community of over 420,000 subscribers. An alumnus of BIT Misra, he holds a bachelor's degree in electrical and electronics engineering and brings over 12 years of experience in the tech industry. Having taught more than 50,000 students offline, he continues to inspire thousands through his engaging and simplified approach to artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science. May now I invite Mr. Nitish to kindly come forward and share his valuable insights with us.
Good morning, everyone. So first of all, I would like to thank Mr. Suresh sir for inviting me and NSUT for hosting me. Regarding this entire event, when Dr. Suresh sir approached me, he told me that you have to come to the college and you have to guide the students. That is your sole purpose. So I was actually thinking, what can I do in like 15-20 minutes of a talk? So what I did, I planned that I can tell you how can you get a good job out of college in the domain of AI and data science. Since a lot of students are here, I would like to give you a 5-point framework, which I actually developed while my tenure at Campus X in the last 5 years. So I have taught more than 1 lakh students in last 5 years, and I have seen many successful students who have got job right out of their campus. So I have studied their study pattern, and I have developed a 5-point framework, which I would like to share with you in like next 15-20 minutes. Is it okay? The students, this particular thing is for you guys. I like, there are already so many teachers. I'll not be able to teach them, but my presence will be for you guys, the students. So, shall we start? A little interaction will be nice. Can we interact a bit?
Yeah.
So, how many of you are interested in AI? So, you can see for the last 3 years, AI has become the buzzword. Everyone is talking about AI. So, how many of you are really interested in getting a career in AI? A lot of you, right? And how many of you feel a bit clueless because at the pace at which AI is growing, it feels like it's very, very difficult to study it, to master it, and then to get a job out of it. Do you agree with this? How many of you feel this frustration that the things are going very fast? And as a student, for me, doing things and studying AI is a bit difficult. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll give you a 5-point framework, which as a student will help you, okay, in next 15-20 minutes. So the first thing that I would like to share, what I have observed, that students, especially when they are in second, third, and fourth year of their college, they do very scattered sort of preparation. So I hope you know there are multiple job profiles that exist in the domain of AI. How many of you know that there are job profiles such as data scientist? May I get a raise of hand? Have you heard of the job profile data scientist, data analyst, data engineer? And recently, because of Gen AI, there is a new job profile by the name of AI engineer. Have you heard of all of this? I'm pretty sure you must have. But the problem is, as students, what we do is we do a very general sort of preparation. इसका क्या मतलब है? What we do is कि हम एक करिकुलम उठाते हैं जिसमें हम मशीन लर्निंग से स्टार्ट करते हैं, we go to deep learning, then NLP, then Gen AI, and we try to cover everything. Now this is a problem. Why do I say this? I'll explain this with the help of an example. So how many of you watch cricket? I bet everyone does, right? Do you remember that super fan that India has? Do you know the name of that super fan? This one fan who comes on TV, painted, his entire face is painted, and he does this thing with the Tiranga. Do you know the name of that fan? Sudhir, right? Now, Sudhir, in my opinion, he is not a very educated man, but he is really good at one thing. And what is that? To be a super fan. I'm pretty sure he does not know technical skills or he is well educated. But since last 10-15 years, he is doing this particular thing really well. What? Following Indian team and cheering them up. Because of that, today he must be getting a lot of endorsements. And he must be like in terms of earning, not everything, in terms of earning, he must be getting more than 90% of the engineering students or engineering professionals. Now, this is a very important example. Why? Because students, what they do is they do scattered preparation. If a company comes for data engineering profile, they are there. If a company comes for data analyst profile, they are again there. So the problem is that you are jack of all trades and master of none. So ideally, what you should do is in the early part of your engineering student life, like first and second year, you have to decide कि आपको कौन सा job profile target करना है. So let's say you want to target data scientist. Then your entire preparation should be focused and targeted towards that particular job profile. अभी कोई दूसरी कंपनी अगर आ भी गई, let's say data engineering के लिए, it does not matter that you're eligible or not. You have to make yourself really strong in the data science wala part. Are you getting my point? Is this point clear? I feel students, they lack focus. And focus is one of the most important things that you need to get a job right out of your college. So is the first point clear out of the 5-point framework? Okay. Next, let's move on to the second part. The second part is that you have to document your learning. So if you study data science or AI, you would know that the curriculum is huge. For example, I take a course on machine learning, which is like 500 hours long. Now imagine you are studying this course and after 6 months, you have completed 250 hours of the course. But guess what? The problem is this कि 250 घंटे कवर करने के बाद अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं कि day 1 पे आपने क्या पढ़ा था, क्या आपको याद रहेगा? Is it a practical problem that you face? Studying a lot and by the end of the semester you don't even remember what was the first class about. So यहाँ पे आपको क्या करना है? As students, you have to document your learning. बाय दैट आई मीन कि आपको क्या करना होता है, while learning anything you have to document it somewhere. आप GitHub पे करो, आप LinkedIn पे करो, आप Twitter पे करो, या फिर आप नोट्स बनाओ. प्लीज मेक श्योर यू डू दिस, बिकॉज अगर आप नहीं करोगे तो आपका मसल मेमोरी उसको रिटेन नहीं करेगा और आप भूल जाओगे. ये एक बहुत कॉमन प्रॉब्लम है जो स्टूडेंट्स ने मुझसे पूछा था और मैंने उनको यही सॉल्यूशन बताया. और अगेन एक एग्जांपल मैं अगर आपको दूं तो आप में से आई डोंट नो आप लोग अग्री नहीं करोगे, बट आई कैन टेल यू ऑफ माय स्टूडेंट डेज. मुझे वो क्वेश्चंस अभी तक याद है एग्जाम के जहां पे मैंने थोड़ी सी चीटिंग की है या करवाई है, बट वो क्वेश्चंस जहां पे मैंने पढ़ के एग्जाम दिया वो मुझे याद नहीं है. व्हाई? बिकॉज जब मैंने चीटिंग की या करवाई तो देयर वाज दिस मसल मेमोरी, और मसल मेमोरी याद रहती है. तो सेम गोज विथ लर्निंग. whenever you learn something, make a note out of it, teach someone, write a blog, post it on LinkedIn or GitHub. It will create a documentation of your journey. जब आप वापस जाके देखोगे आपको इंस्टेंटली चीजें याद आ जाएंगी. Is this point clear? Okay, 3 more points. I'll quickly check my phone actually, because मैंने अभी रास्ते में ये सब कुछ लिखा था. Point number 3 is yeah, focus on concepts, not tools. ये एक और प्रॉब्लम मैंने देखी थी सर. Do I have 10 minutes more?
Yeah.
Okay. So the third problem is a lot of students, they focus on tools, not concepts. So when we talk about learning Gen AI, how many of you are currently learning or trying to learn Gen AI? A few of you. Now, a lot of people who are trying to learn Gen AI, the first thing that we'll do is they will learn the most popular tool of Gen AI, let's say LangChain or LangGraph. And if you're trying to learn machine learning, what you will do is you will try to learn scikit-learn, which is a tool. If you're trying to learn deep learning, the first thing that you will do is you will pick up Keras or TensorFlow. These are all tools, and tools might change. What I'm trying to say is, as students, your focus should be on concepts, not tools. Because tools बदल सकते हैं. 2 साल बाद हो सकता है कोई दूसरी पॉपुलर लाइब्रेरी आ जाए, पहली वाली रिप्लेस हो जाए. अगर आपका फोकस कॉन्सेप्ट पे रहेगा तो कॉन्सेप्ट्स रिप्लेस नहीं होते. So this is the third point. Again, is it clear? To focus on concept, not tools. The fourth point would be project selection. ये एक particular problem students बहुत face करते हैं कि सर हम क्या project build करें. जो भी projects हम build कर रहे हैं, they are very common. YouTube पे हम गए, we picked up a video, हमने साथ में code किया, हमारा project बन गया. But when we are in front of the interviewer is not impressed with the project. Do you agree? किसी ने ऐसे projects बनाए हैं, and do you feel कि हमारा जो project है it's not good enough to be presented in front of the interviewer? Do you agree with this point? Do you face this problem? Okay, so इसका solution I'll tell you. इसका solution ये है कि you have to first find genuine problems जो अभी society, companies, institutes face कर रहे हैं. मैं आपको एक example देता हूँ. मेरे एक student ने एक बहुत interesting project बनाया था. He said कि उसके भैया Swiggy में काम करते हैं. You know Swiggy, right? स्विगी में काम करते हैं और उसके भैया ने उसको एक प्रॉब्लम बताई कि वी आर ट्राइंग टू बिल्ड अ सिस्टम जहां पे आप कुछ भी सर्च करोगे तो उसका स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक भी होगा तब भी हमारा सिस्टम आपको रिजल्ट्स दिखा देगा. फॉर एग्जांपल, इंडिया में बिरयानी इज द मोस्ट पॉपुलर डिश, राइट? अभी बिरयानी का प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि बिरयानी का स्पेलिंग अलग अलग जगहों पे लोग अलग अलग तरीके से टाइप करते हैं. सो BIRYANI इज बिरयानी, but some people might search BERYANI, or someone might say BIRIYANI. Do you get the point? Multiple spellings हो सकती हैं, but आपके डेटाबेस में बिरयानी सिर्फ एक सिंगल वर्ड से रिप्रेजेंटेड है. अगर आप स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक करोगे तो डेटाबेस से कुछ भी फेच नहीं होगा और आप बिजनेस लूज कर जाओगे बिकॉज सामने वाले को लगेगा बिरयानी के ऑप्शंस नहीं है. बट एज अ कंपनी आपको क्या चाहिए कि सामने वाला बिरयानी लिखे, कुछ भी लिखे, आपका डेटाबेस से रिजल्ट फेच होना चाहिए. तो जनरली क्या होता है, कीवर्ड मैचिंग होती है टू सर्च इन द डेटाबेस. बट इंस्टेड व्हाट यू कैन डू इज यू कैन डू फजी सर्च. तो उस स्टूडेंट ने क्या किया, he made a small library for fuzzy search for such database systems, and he made it open source. And within 6 months of making this project, he got a job from Swiggy itself. Now, did you get the idea? अगर आप routine projects बनाओगे जो सब बना सकते हैं तो आपको हायरिंग नहीं मिलेगी. बट अगर आप ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाओगे जिसके साथ कंपनीज भी स्ट्रगल कर रही हैं तो फिर सडनली से आप लाइमलाइट में आ जाओगे और आपकी हायरिंग का चांस बहुत बढ़ जाता है. सो प्रोजेक्ट्स चूज करते टाइम व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इज गो एंड रीड टेक्निकल ब्लॉग्स. कंपनीज के टेक्निकल ब्लॉग्स होते हैं, वो क्या चैलेंजेस फेस कर रहे हैं उनको सर्च करो, वहां से आपको आइडियाज मिलेंगे और उस तरह के प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाओ. Again, this was the fourth point. Is it clear? Okay. The last point is building a personal brand. So सिर्फ अपने रूम में बैठ के पढ़ाई मत करो. That is one of the worst possible ways to prepare for a job. Apart from studying, the last thing that you should do is you should build a personal brand. By building a personal brand, I mean कि अगर आप AI की पढ़ाई कर रहे हो तो आपके रूममेट्स को पता होना चाहिए that he is someone who is specializing in AI. आपके रूममेट्स को पता चल गया तो आपके क्लास को पता चलना चाहिए he is the guy जिसको AI का नॉलेज है. आपके क्लास को पता चल गया तो कॉलेज को पता चलना चाहिए. कॉलेज को पता चल गया तो आपके लिंक्डइन सर्कल को पता चलना चाहिए. सो व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इज यू नीड टू रेडिएट योर नॉलेज. जो भी आप सीख रहे हो उसको कुछ बहुत अट्रैक्टिव से फॉर्मेट में रिलीज करो लोगों के सामने. वन एग्जांपल इज आई हैड अ स्टूडेंट जो पढ़ता बहुत अच्छा था, पढ़ने में बहुत अच्छा था, बट व्हाट ही डिड, उसने लिंक्डइन पे एक पेज स्टार्ट किया जहां पे उसने मीम्स के फॉर्मेट में उस नॉलेज को रेडिएट करना स्टार्ट किया. कॉन्सेप्ट उसने सीखा साइकिट लर्न का और उसको उसने एक मीम के फॉर्मेट में स्टूडेंट्स के सामने रखा. विद इन 6 months he got almost 10-15,000 followers, and through these followers he got his next job. So what I'm trying to tell you is personal brand in today's life is very, very important because we are in India. There is huge competition. A lot of skilled people are there जिनसे आपको compete करना है. तो edge सिर्फ आप knowledge के basis पे नहीं ले सकते, आपको visibility भी चाहिए. Take my example. I did learning a lot and I made a YouTube channel out of it. And because of that personal brand, I'm standing right here with such uh, esteemed people, right? So the last pointer is please make a personal brand out of your learning journey. Okay? So these are the 5 pointers that I wanted to share quickly. I really hope I did not waste your time, and I hope you derived some knowledge out of it. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an insightful and motivating session. Your journey and words have truly inspired everyone here. Next, we have with us an eminent academician and an exceptional leader whose contributions to technical education are truly remarkable. I take the privilege to introduce Professor BVR Reddy, Director NIT Kurukshetra. Before inviting him to stage, I would like to share his brief profile. Professor P.V. Raman Reddy, sir, is an esteemed director of the National Institute of Technology, Kurukshetra, who took over on 5th February 2022. Sir is an alumnus of Andhra University, IIT Roorkee, and NIT Kurukshetra, and brings with him an illustrious career spanning over more than 35 years in teaching, research, and administration. He has served at several reputed institutions, including NIT Kurukshetra, NIT Hamirpur, and GGSIP University, New Delhi, where he worked over 2 decades as professor and dean at the University School of Information and Communication Technology. His research interests include wireless communication, ad hoc and sensor networks, VLSI circuits, and optical communications. He has over 100 publications, has guided 13 PhD scholars, and continues to mentor many more. A fellow of IETE, IE, and ISTE, and an active member of IEEE and several national academic committees, Professor Reddy is deeply committed to educational reforms and holistic development in alignment with the National Skill Qualification Framework. Please welcome our visionary leader, Professor BVR Reddy, sir, with a big round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. I think a lot of inputs have come through you, how to get your job,
Rakesh,
and I think that is
Rakesh.
what is important for everyone to
Rakesh.
say. So Nitish has given that inputs. So let me warmly welcome all the participants, all the faculty of erstwhile AIT, AICTR, and now we are East Campus of NSUT. So it's a long journey, and let me also again tell you that I am a part of this journey over the last 30 years. Many of the faculty know me here. And as students, I have a lot of love for you. And today I have come here to ensure that your learning in this process during your first international conference happens. Um, Let me warmly again greet and welcome Professor Anand Srivastavaji, who is the Honorable Vice Chancellor of NSUT, Professor Ravindra Kumar Sharma, who is the Director, NSUT of East Campus, Dr. Vishal Bhatnagar, Dr. Suresh Kumar, who is the brain behind the whole activity, and he was after my life since the last 1 year that I should be a part of this proceedings. Then we have Dr. Nanhi Singh, who is the Professor, Department of Computer Science, Dr. Ram Sringar Rao, Associate Professor, and Mr. Arvind Kumar. Besides this, we have invited guests today in the form of Mr. Nitish Singh, who has a wonderful career and a proper branding, the way he has done it. I think he is an icon, and one should replicate him if you really want to personalize your business. And so I'm standing before you. As I said, I have all love for my children who are here in this campus, and I have been working hard on these children since the last 35 years. Now, many of you are focused onto a particular area. I think children just focus on me. I'll try to give you the inputs which are required for you. The conference may be having very wonderful speakers, wonderful papers to be presented in this process. But an inaugural session is always done to ensure that we give you the inputs of how this conference is meant for and for whom. So if you start with it, this campus is having all ICT courses. One may come from ECE background. Most of us are from ECE background here on the stage. And then some of you are coming from computer science and IT areas. Now, as I understand, you've also grown beyond and you started programs of AI, data science, machine learning, deep learning, so on and so forth. Now, this going into the jargon becomes very, very difficult for us because we come from different areas. Let me give you an example of an elephant and then for four blind men. Now, if you just touch the elephant at some body part of it, you will not identify it as an elephant. ICT is like an elephant. No one can gather all the information that comes through this particular format, where one may find it to be the ear to be like a fan, somebody finds the leg to be a trunk or a pillar. So, not everyone can understand this complete journey. We are lucky enough to have traversed these 40 years, understanding this subject, how it has evolved, and how we have to understand this subject. Now, for all of us, it is very easy if I can connect you to the human body itself. The human body is what is being mimicked by all of us these days. We started with the physical body. We wanted to create a communication because you have three words in your international conference connecting dots. The one is applications of artificial intelligence. So AI and AI tools are being used for developing several applications. It doesn't only restrict to ICT. These applications are everywhere in the world, and it doesn't talk about a particular area. So that makes it AI as a tool can be utilized by n number of fields. One of them today in this conference, we are talking about how are we going to use it for communication technologies. As a faculty, we are all well versed with these communication technologies over the years. Many of them were my students here, and we have been teaching those courses over a period of time. However, as you see, the growth of this subject from the physicality to a beyond level can be understood by the, as I said, the human being himself or herself. Now, when you take the example of a human being, the human being you all know has got hardware and software. So you have your central processing unit, you have your brain. So your brain, it is made out of two parts, one 75% of fat and 25% of cholesterol. So it's creating wonders. It's creating such a wonderful fusion, and it is able to manage the entire body by controlling at a central point. So that makes it, is there any communication channels available? Yes. The neurological channels are created over the body. So that communication channel, the fastest communication channel happens within your body only. So we have not even reached those speeds. Now, coming to the robotics, we are a robo. If you are looking at a biological robo, what are we trying to do is replicate this kind of a robo by having the physicality of it and then trying to go beyond that point. And do you have an IoT in your body? You have an IoT in your body, or all your five senses are connected to the brain, and it is nothing but the smaller part of your IoT system. Now, you're talking about computational intelligence. Do you have computational intelligence in you? Do you have that programming inside you? Do you have system level programming and application level programming inside you? The answer is yes. Now, you have virus also, you have antivirus also. Antivirus is the values that you are being taught by your parents. It comes through that process. So, if you are trying to look forward to all this ICT technologies, just recall how a human body works. And even today, we are mimicking the human body, and we are trying to go beyond a point. I'll give another example. You're talking about computational intelligence. पहले इसकी बात नहीं होती थी. Now we are talking about computational intelligence. I'll give you a small example. Maybe children, you may not be knowing it, but then I'm taking a gender bias, male and female. The female counterpart have got wonderful computational intelligence. You know why? I have my own experiences with my wife. She's a wonderful lady. And then if I tell a small lie to her, within 24 hours, she will find where is that fault and why I have made that statement. How they do it is that computational intelligence. They have a wonderful database. They can cross check with others. They'll come down to this conclusion that this fellow is lying. This male counterparts will never have this kind of computational intelligence. So that is how your computational intelligence is so interesting that these days you are applying your AI tools in such a way that you are going to have that deep insight of what could have gone wrong. Now, the time will come when we talk about our emotional intelligence also. We have not done so far. We are only talking on the physicality and just surfacing on the brain working. There is much deeper thing. That's what you call machine learning, deep learning, genetic algorithm processes, neural network processes. So all this, if you truncate them, you will only be aligning yourselves with a particular model. That's what Nitish was telling you, that you have to see the whole purpose of it rather than dwelling on what kind of language you're learning and how you're learning on that. Now, I would rather rate the students who are from the core engineering background, be it electronics, be it electrical. I think he is from electrical background. And until unless you have this grounding of a basic electrical understanding, you will not be able to develop the applications. So in that light, if you are just landing in a computer science or a AI kind of a BTech program, I would advise you to first go into when you talk about applications, when you talk about communication technologies, we have been teaching communication technologies over the last 4 decades. In 1998, we got the first connectivity of wireless in Delhi. I was the first to take one connectivity. At that time, only two services were available to me through the communication technologies. One was an incoming and outgoing call, and one was an SMS. Beyond this, there was no service available at that point of time. SMS used to cost 2 rupees, incoming call 16 rupees, outgoing call 32 rupees per minute. So this was a kind of services that were available And you see the kind of applications we are talking about with the same mobile today. We call it as a smart mobile. We call many names to that because many of these features, which we normally routinely do it, like you are remembering your phone numbers and getting connectivity through voice, video, data. So from 1G to 5G, what did we do is to move from voice to data and that to video and now to multimedia models. So all that requires certain basic physical entities, and these physical entities are scarce in their availability. When they are scarce, naturally, what will you do? You will find intelligent ways, smart ways of utilizing the same resources. So, what are the resources that were available at that time and now are the same? There's no difference in the available resources. But at that time, we used to cater to 1,000 customers. Now we are doing it to 1 billion customers. And our target is 5 trillion customers. When you say 5 trillion customers, where are the 5 trillion people on earth? We don't have that many people on earth. But then we want to do this kind of a ubiquitous computing where we want to connect every person, every device. So when you talk about devices, now you are talking about connecting, scaling up of this kind of communication links into trillions of communication links. So naturally, no human being can handle this kind of communication networks. So naturally, what we'll do, we'll rely on machines. We rely on automation. So all that what we are doing all these years is automate these activities in such a way that we'll be able to efficiently utilize the available communication networks. Now, as far as a communication engineer is concerned, I'm giving you a promise of 5 trillion connections. That makes it the basic structure of communication network is very wide and deep. But then, as I said, all the elements that are required, the basic requirements are that scarcity of these resources. You call it as bandwidth, you call it as connectivity, you call it as speed of operations or delays that we talk latencies. So there are many factors by which we evaluate a given system. And then we move forward to understand how better I can do it in a systematic way and do it. So we developed algorithms, and these algorithms were routines where they try to help us in resolving the issues of repetitive actions. We did not stop that. Now we have developed into computer science and IT areas and data science and ML areas. What are they doing with us? I'll give you a little glimpse of them as to what these things are going to do for you. I had a presentation, but somehow you have not given me that honor and opportunity to go for it. Maybe I can continue teaching you in the next session if the organizers allow me, because I have prepared a lot of things for you. Now, you are working on three important words: artificial intelligence. Most of the computer science students are with Nitish, and then Nitish has connected to you in a very wonderful way. But what is that you're going to do with AI? Many of you are learning with AI. What does it do is it allows you for intelligent decision making. So whatever tools are available in AI, they only help you in resolving certain things and automating certain things, and you will be able to make intelligent decisions in a given amount of time or no time, because we want everything in a flick of a moment. So it is possible with AI. Now, I give you an example of my counterpart, my wife, computational intelligence. What they do is they enables adaptive and evolving systems. So that makes it what we used to do a routine algorithm process. Now it has become something else: machine learning, neural networks, deep learning. So what you do is that's what my madam does. She collates with the data available. She collates with the neighboring people whom with I interact with. So there are so many things done, and she can even come out with newer knowledge also with the available knowledge. So how does this happen is because of this computational intelligence, which allows you to adapt to a given scenario, and then you evolve through it. So this is how computational intelligence is going to help you in doing it. I did talk about communication technologies 1G to 5G, and we are going into 6G. But 5G and 6G have been revolutionized because of this AI and computational techniques. So whatever operations we used to do manually have started being doing automating, and from automation to self-learning, self-healing, self-organizing networks. So the network intelligence is more. Have you heard about cell intelligence? Human beings have cell intelligence. Many millions of cells die every moment, and the new cells are coming up. And we are now going deep into that cell intelligence concepts, even in your deep learning models. So this cell intelligence will take care of its own existence and it will repair itself. You must have seen the film of Robo, where you just energize him, all the problems that he has, is going to solve it on its own. Similar things will happen when you apply this machine learning and neural networks. Now, what will communication technologies do is to connect and empower these smart networks. So, IoT networks, we are now talking about everything to be automated. So, earlier we used to call Internet of Things. Now we talk about networking everywhere, any device, any person. So that makes it our tasks have become huge because the numbers have increased, and having the numbers increased, everybody's requirements or bandwidth also have increased. We now talk about voice, video, data, and multimedia applications to personalized applications, because every time we want to personalize these networks for you, so they become smart. So these smart networks, there's a lot of things that needs to be embedded from AI and the learning through computational techniques. Now we are talking in this conference about the synergy of all these things. What will happen if the synergy comes alive? It will give round to smart systems, smart networks, autonomous. You're going to have autonomous cars very soon. Already things are there. If you take the example of an autonomous car, what is that we are doing? We are replacing the human being. So whatever is the faculties of the human being. So one subject is very, very important for all of you to learn: computer networks. How many of you are learning this topic? All computer science students, they take computer networks as their base paper. Yes or no? No raise, no hands reason. You're not studying computer networks? This is across the board. ECU students study this paper, computer science students, AI/ML students, everybody studies this paper. If you really want to understand this conference and what is happening in this, the starting point is computer networks, which evolves into wireless and wired networks, which evolves into IoT networks, because you are talking about communication technologies to be utilized in this whole format. So this synergy is going to be mind blowing, and that is what this conference is all about. And that is the importance of this particular topic that we are looking at. It will give you smart systems, it will give you autonomous systems, and it will give you scalability, starting from few thousand to 5 trillion. So how do you scale up these things? How do you make things, decisions faster? All these things are taken care by this thing. Now, what are the tools of computational intelligence? The computational tool is nothing but a subset of AI, which we'll talk about certain times. This did refer to it. Neural networks, fuzzy logic systems, and we talk about evolutionary computing. We are also evolving, right? Man has started evolving from a very small unit to whatever complexity that we are here today. And tomorrow's children will not be like me, because they'll have much more intelligence, much more capabilities, much more smarter, and they will be having their own ways of evolving into it. So all that is again coming into networking. We will deal with that. So we deals with approximate reasoning, adaptation, and self-learning. This is what I was giving that experience of my wife. How she did it is she finds out the approximate reasons. Why did I say so? And then she will adapt to the situation and try get the information from the data sets, and then she will understand me, and over once she understood me, self-learning starts. So she will evolve over the day, and she will understand me better than what I am now. In fact, she knows me better than what I am. So that makes it how complex is the system and how it goes to help you. So what we are doing in AI and computational intelligence is we use these neural networks for pattern recognition, because you want to understand his behavior. What are the patterns? Yesterday, how did he behave? Other day, how did he behave? Now, I have my own understanding about Sanjay Malik, who is my colleague over the last 40 years. I know how his demeanor is, how he behaves, and suddenly someday he shouts at me, then I will realize that whatever is my learning in the past needs to be refined and modified because his behavior has changed. Why did it change? Then again, I'll have to go back and understand his patterns. Pattern recognition is the way you understand it. Then you predict certain things which may be correct or which may not be correct because it is your own understanding. Exactly, you can't. You'll have to cross check with him. So then I'll know what exactly is the reason for that and that. And we go for optimization procedures to arrive at that particular data set and then come to a conclusion over it. Then you have fuzzy systems. You're going to handle uncertainties in any system. So any uncertainties can be understood through fuzzy models. I'm not good at fuzzy models or I'm not good at machine learning. I'm not good at deep learning, but I know how to utilize you to find solutions to my problems. That can be done. So we concentrate on the applications part and we see that this is my problem, how these fuzzy sets can help me, how these genetic algorithms can help me into evolutionary problem solving. आजकल bio inspired भी आ रहे हैं. We talk about technologies, we are bio inspired. All that what I am saying is bio inspired only. So we to understand what are the strengths of the human being, try mimic them, create now hybrid computational intelligence models, which combines these neural networks, fuzzy and evolutionary methods, all of them put together. Now, what can be the applications part that we are interested in? Whatever systems we have, we want to control them. We want to intelligently utilize them without human intervention. They should run on their own. If energy requirements are there, it should fetch for itself the energy requirements, fulfill it. If it has certain problems, evolve through its own understanding through machine learning and deep learning models and try work on it. You have examples in the form of robots, drones, you have automation. These are the ways where you're going to use AI in computational intelligence and try come out with it. Then I said we talk about speech, image, and text, and then we want to improve the quality of these inputs because if you're a communication engineer, you understand that everything falls through that I want to send information from one end to another end, and then noise is there. So noise is a hindrance in the process, but then we communication engineers understand that without communication, sorry, without noise, there cannot be any communication. And with noise also, there is problem with communication. So we need to understand this dynamics. And then I apply these AI tools, neural network tools to improvise on speech recognition or voice recognition or what we call as video pattern recognition, so on and so forth. So it is a challenge that we have to send this information from one end to other end. It is another challenge that we have to give a clean information from one end to other end. And here also AI and CL are going to help us in doing this pattern through pattern recognition. How do we get original speech or original video or original image information? So we call them as adaptive signal processing methods. So all AI ML tools are again used in adaptive signal processing to ensure your speech image text to be very well received. And then beyond that, today you are going for predictive models. So predictive modeling and optimization becomes another important area where our communication technologies will take advantage of machine learning and deep learning models. And another important problem that we encounter in communication networks is bandwidth is limited. Number of customers have gone infinite. How do I share this information or share the network resources among a billion people, among a trillion people? So that makes it you have to have intelligent ways of slicing this available bandwidth into methods which we call it as 5G, 6G networking and optimization of these resources can be one of the applications of AI and computational techniques into it. And then while coming from Kurukshetra to here, I may be having a number of pathways to come here. What I will choose will be the best bandwidth or the wider roads. I'll use the less traffic roads. I'll use the shortest path possible. So there are many attributes of communication that we can think of taking traffic as an example. So I need to do this routing intelligently. So that I reach in time by 9:30. What should be the way? How should I go? I think your mobile is a wonderful tool now, which will give you the path also, which will tell you at what time you're going to reach and which route you have to take. All are applications of satellite networking, and we try use your mobile to ensure that your GPS positioning is done and you are pinpointed at a point, and how fast and how what should be the intelligent way of routing you through from one point to another point. So here also AI and ML tools are going to help me to find a better intelligent routing. Routing is a process of finding the path and how best I can utilize the bandwidth. So these are the ways. And then I should also be able to predict the future traffic patterns, how it can happen. Delhi is the worst case scenario. If you find a solution for Delhi traffic, probably you'll find solutions for everybody. Worst case scenarios are here. So predictive maintenance of this network infrastructure will always help you finding all the problems that can happen. Now, we today talk about cognitive radio. Cognitive radio uses your AML tools, deep learning tools to ensure that spectrum sharing can be done, spectrum splicing can be done, and spectrum can be well utilized in this process. I gave you the worst scenario experience. Network traffic, its classification, detection, and all these things can help me in working out to this. So, as case studies, I can tell you we talked about 5G, AI-based network slicing, because that is where I want to take care of my resource efficient utilization methods. We started from static methods to dynamic methods to now automated methods to now AML deep learning methods. These days, we talk about computer science students will talk about edge computing, fog computing, so on and so forth. The central idea in this whole category is latency. How well can I reduce the distance travel that can happen? How well the information can be processed at the same point, like cell intelligence. If I can do it at the node itself, I don't need to transport it. I can do that on the own at the same point, only give that information which is relevant to it. पूरी कहानी बताने की जरूरत नहीं है, gist बताने की जरूरत है. So that's the way you can process this information by using your AML tools, which we call it as Edge AI on in IoT, Internet of Things. So Internet of Things is nothing but a networking of all your five senses with the brain with limited capabilities, and that takes care of automating that particular activity. Either it is industrial automation or any other example that you can go for it. Now, your autonomous car is a wonderful example of how it can self-heal itself, self-optimize itself, and use the resources in such a way that it can. But then one interesting fact that came out is human beings are much more intelligent, much more sensitive, and they evolve with time, and very fast decisions can be taken. Now, these things have created a problem for autonomous car because we are zigzag drivers, we don't follow rules. So while learning this particular thing, the the autonomous car is getting confused because we say something, we mean something. So our ways of understanding cannot be attributed to these machine learning processes. But then you're going into that bio-inspired models where you can evolve. I told you, emotional intelligence is not targeted till today, or people are working. So that day, then machine can do this kind of evaluation and say, he is behaving morning like this, afternoon like this, evening like this, and these are the reasons for his behavior. So that emotional part also can be tapped. So neural based channel equalization. So again, we are talking about how efficiently to use these things in our communication technologies. I'll close down here because I know I will not be given 2-3 hours of time as a teacher, but this is an inaugural session. So I'll have to close it down. So I'm just closing down by 1/10 of what I prepared for you. So the future emerging technologies which you are going to listen to while papers are being presented will be AI powered 6G and beyond. How this 6G is going to affect or how AI/ML, deep learning methods, computational intelligence is going to drive crazy the sixth generation of computing and sixth generation of wireless networks is something which we are waiting to see how it's going to happen. Second, very important is we talk about quantum communications. We talk about how AI optimization can help so resolve many issues of quantum computing can be thought about. Then we have a new area called federated learning in IoT. So it is beyond the concept of what we have learned so far, and we want to come out with that learning models to be a part of this so that I can predict, I can take the futuristic viewpoint and how I have to resolve the issues well within that particular node itself rather than spreading this information across the board and try in a big way so that actual traffic movement is less and we come out with wonderful solutions. All the more important is my cyber security because when you say a network of this use this thing, privacy is gone. Whatever I'm thinking can also be somehow your AML computational tools may come out with something approximate to what I'm thinking. Now, if that can happen, then your privacy is in somewhat threat. तो अपने बारे में अभी तक तो बहुत कुछ कर लेते हैं, घूस भी खा लिया, सब कुछ कर लिया, साइलेंटली कर लिया. अब सब चीज सामने आ जाएंगे तो our life is going to become miserable and we have to be like Lord Sri Ram because all ideal things only will happen then. So we'll get to that level where we'll find every thief. We have recently seen a problem. Doctors involved into such a this thing that makes it. I did not read the mind of the doctor. Someday I'm going to read mind of everybody, and then see how this communication networks were going to help you in finding the thief very easily before he does something wrong. So we are going for AI ML tools for cybersecurity in networks. But then the future challenges, I'm just closing down on that, high computational cost and energy requirements. So this becomes, as you go for 5 trillion devices, energy requirements will become very huge. This becomes one of the research topic, how efficiently I can reduce usage of the available resource called energy, how efficiently I can, without saying something, I convey something possible. So it is possible. So I don't want to waste my energy, but I convey. People say that men and women can exchange information through their eyes very deeply, even without mincing a word or saying something. The lowest energy possible. आंखों से ही इशारा, something which you can practice and do it. So high computational cost and energy requirements will be one of the leading research challenges for every one of us. Then I said data privacy and security concerns will always be there, and a lot of research will go into this area. Then, as we see the networks, because you're talking about networks, there are variety of networks, starting from Wi-Fi, Bluetooth to WiMAX, then to your mobile networks to n number of networks are available. How I can move from a cycle to a car to a mobile car, and then to a bigger vehicle, train, aircraft. So as you move seamlessly from one model of transport to another, same is the case we talk about communication networks, where interoperability is one of the key elements for effective utilization of the resources. So interoperability and standardization becomes very, very important. And with the welcome of AI, ML tools and deep learning tools, our job has become easy, but it is more complex as you see. So the next need for explainable AI. So AI need to be explained. You cannot say कि मैंने इस data set से इस fuzzy log से इसे लेके आया हूँ. Even then I'll ask you a question. No, what you are thinking is wrong. So you need to put understanding through this process what actually I'm thinking. Now we have coined word called explainable AI models. You'll have to work and then work onto that particular thing. So your future directions would be cognitive and autonomous communication networks, integration of AI with edge and fog computing, AI-driven spectrum sharing and efficient networking, AI in space and underwater communication system. These are some future directions with which we have to flow. I really thank the organizers for allowing me this time talking to you. And I really enjoyed myself. I think you also enjoyed it. Love you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing the information with all of us and for gracing the occasion by your presence. Next, we are deeply honored to have with us Professor Anand Srivastav, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor of NSUT, a visionary leader and a guiding light for the entire NSUT fraternity. Before requesting him for his address, I take a privilege to introduce him. Professor Anand Srivastav, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Netaji Subhash University of Technology, assumed office on November 29, 2023. Sir brings with him a rich blend of academic excellence, research leadership, and industry experience spanning over 3 decades. Before joining NSUT, he served as a professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering at IIIT Delhi, where he also served as the director of the IIIT Delhi Incubation Center. He has earlier served as dean and professor at IIT Mandi and holds a long and distinguished association with IIT Delhi as an adjunct professor at the Bharati School of Telecom Technology since 2008. Sir has also held senior leadership roles in industry, including at Electel, Lucent, Bell Labs, and CDOT, where he led national level projects in telecom networks, optical technologies, and network security systems. His research interests span optical and access networks, vehicle to vehicle communication, fiber wireless architectures, and visible light communication. He has represented India at the ITUT Geneva and currently drives VLC Li-Fi standardization activities under TSDSI. For his remarkable contributions, he received the Distinguished Research Award from IIIT Delhi and the Outstanding Technical Contribution Award from TSDSI in 2023. We are privileged to welcome Professor Anand Srivastav, sir, an inspiring leader, visionary researcher, and esteemed academician to his gathering today. Now I humbly request Sir to kindly grace the stage and address us with his inspiring words.
Good afternoon. That was pretty long introduction. Sir, Deep Director NIT, Director East Campus, Professor Sharma, Nitish from Campus X. Then we have Dr. Suresh, faculty members, students. So welcome to this first international conference. See, organizing international conference is not easy. I have done a couple of conferences in the past. It requires 1 year of effort. Really, it takes toll on your health. So congratulations to organizer Suresh Kumar, Nanme Singh and their team for organizing this conference. Professor Reddy took some examples about his wife, how she processes the data. So after hearing him, those students sitting in the back, 50% have decided that they will not get married. Okay, so let me just tell about this artificial intelligence at what is happening at India level. So as you know, there are a lot of missions in the country. You have AI mission, you have semiconductor mission, you have quantum mission, then you have telecom mission. So there are a lot of money is being pumped in all these missions. AI mission, you'll be surprised to know government has funded this mission is being funded by Ministry of Electronics and IT, and is about 10,000 crores in next 5 years. It's a huge amount.
And as we speak, we have about close to 20,000 GPUs in the country. And those GPUs actually will be accessed by researchers, by startup companies. It is for everyone to use. And this number of GPU, if you see, it is actually one-sixth of what DeepSeek has. I mean, DeepSeek, they work on low compute. And if you compare with OpenAI, it is about two-thirds. So we have very good infrastructure of AI for everyone. And India has a different model to adopt AI. Some countries, they work on, very high AI compute. Some countries, they master on high LLM language models. But India is very careful in choosing its path. They want to use AI for public good, for social good. The problems which are there in the agriculture or health, manufacturing, they want to solve these problems using AI. So we are not, one of those high GPU numbers or high AI compute or, very large language models. But our effort in under AI mission is focused how to develop applications for different sectors so that it actually benefits the society. There is an impact to the society. There's an economic growth. Now, also, if you see, there's a Stanford, rating of AI penetration in global in the country. And you'll be again surprised to know that India ranks number one as far as AI penetration is concerned. The next is US. Of course, we have advantage of population. That is why this number is high for India. But still, we have so many AI educated people in the country. So now, also people fear that we will lose jobs, AI will take away jobs and things like that. So if you see in India, there are not many white collar jobs. And whatever applications are getting developed, somebody has to design it, deploy it, use it. So the students who are coming out of the college having AI background or AI knowledge will be absorbed there. So India may not face that much problem as compared to other countries. Now this AI mission has actually 7 pillars. It is based on 7 pillars. Number one, it is AI compute, which I just explained, about 20,000 GPUs and still counting. They want to procure more number of GPUs. And once they have all those GPUs in place, the cost of GPU per hour use is going to be less than 100 rupees, which is actually much less as compared to the price which is available in other countries. So that everybody can use it. The startups, the education institutions, everyone can use it. So the cost is going to be very, very low. The second point is there are a lot of companies or a lot of startups working on large language models. You might have heard of Bharat Gen, IIT Bombay works there. Bhashini is another one. So there are a lot of companies who work on these large language models within the country. And the third thing is innovation in AI space. As we speak, there are about 1.8 lakhs startups. And most of these startups, they have AI somewhere. One example of innovation, which actually is specific to India. Now we have a lot of Zomato guys traveling throughout the road, Swiggy guys, or Olas or Uber. If you fix a camera in their vehicle, that camera can scan all your roads. It can find all the potholes, and then authorities, can take some action. So this is one use case, how it can be useful for us. Another is AI skill. Now you don't require people who can write algorithms, say algorithms. I mean, you require whole spectrum of skilling to the youngsters, starting from just AI aware, and then using AI for their product to increase their productivity. And then you have, bunch of people working on designing an AI algorithm. So basically, you require all types of, AI uh, resource for doing some, useful contribution to the society. Another thing is the other AI important thing is innovation. Yeah, I have told, and then you have there. I'm forgetting some of those AI missions, but what actually AI mission does, that the focus is how to solve the problems so that it can have an impact on the society, right? Now, another thing which I consider where AI can play a very, very important role is achieving those sustainable development goals, SDGs. Now, for SDGs, which are actually goals by United Nations, and we have certain targets, or the world has certain target to finish by 2030. So when they were designed, AI was not there, that much popular. So ICT plays a very, very important role. You pick up any SDG goal, ICT plays a very, very important role, whether you have a poverty, because if there's a study which says that if you have bank account or you're included in the financial systems, you can alleviate the poverty. And you will be surprised to know that 50% of the world population has no access to bank account. They are not included in their financial system. ICT can play a very, very important role. Hunger, no hunger. If I use ICT, for increasing the yield of agriculture by using IoT sensors and other communication technologies, you can increase the yield and then hunger can get reduced. Telemedicine or good health, that is another which can be, handled by ICT. Sustainable cities or energy, renewable energy, clean water. So all these, examples, they can be achieved with ICT. And if you combine with this ICT with AI, probably you will achieve those targets much earlier and much better results with much better results. So these are, some of the benefits, and this is what India is looking at. Now, coming to the communication, which is the other piece, communication technologies. So AI, so far in communication, for example, in 5G, you have AI assisted communication. Whereas in 6G, it is going to be AI native communication. What I mean by AI native, that the AI is going to be the integral part of devices, subsystems, the networks. No, it is embedded into that those system. It is not assisted by AI, but these are integral part. This is where the AI 6G is going. So, for example, in 5G, you have spectrum management. It can be done effectively by AI. You have uh, self-organizing networks. The network can organize itself, configure itself. It can also heal. This is all possible if you have AI embedded into it. Energy efficiency can go up because, suppose there is no traffic coming from some particular base station, the whole traffic, whatever little traffic is coming can be diverted to other base stations, and this can go on sleep mode. So you basically can, help reducing the energy consumption. And in 6G, which is actually AI, heavily relies on data, AI compute, is based on semantic and cognitive technologies, where you don't transfer everything. For example, in a autonomous car, all the sensor data is not thrown for compute. It is only some intelligence part that you're safe to drive. You can go. So basically, the AI plays. There are a lot of use cases which only AI can solve in 6G applications, and Bharat 6G is taking lead there. The other day, I was in Bangalore attending a conference, rather giving a keynote address on integrated sensing and communication, where sensing and communication can be combined using AI also, and it gives you a lot of benefit in terms of sensing, in terms of communication performance. So AI is going to play a very very key role in communication technologies. So in all, AI is not the buzzword. You have to, it has to be in your DNA, and you have to adapt yourself to these new technologies, evolving technologies. So conference like this will definitely help you in capturing all those fundamental knowledge about AI and how you'll be using in your day-to-day life or solving some human problems or real-world problems. So I wish organizers, once again, thank you very much for organizing such a conference. And I hope that all of you will have a wonderful time interacting with the experts, and you'll be, ready to take on this AI world. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring and visionary words. Your guidance truly motivates us to strive for excellence. Thank you to all our dignitaries, speakers, delegates, faculty, and students, participants for being here in this inaugural ceremony. Now, I request everyone to please rise for the national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, everyone. Thank you to all our dignitaries once again. And we will now take a short break for high tea. After break, I request all to reassemble for a technical talk by our keynote speakers. Thank you, everyone.
रोक दो यार इसको रोक दो ना इसको रोक दीजिए अभी रोक दीजिए रोक दिया ना नहीं अभी हुआ नहीं है 1 घंटे बाद चालू होगा उसको आप रोक दिया ना लाइन को आप ही रोक दीजिए हम तुम एक कमरे में बंद हो हमारे लाइट चल रही है। हम इसको रोक दे
कर देना, एंड कर देना, ऐसे एंड कर दे। हेलो
गाइस
हाँ भैया भाई